This is Kent Molgat at KelownaNow, and we have Jim Czek here, and we're here to talk about the AI Summit that was on Friday. Tell me about it, Jim, as though I wasn't there.
Yeah. Working at the winery, right?
Fact is, I wasn't able to make it. So
last time you showed up because you got to interview two prime ministers.
Ex-prime ministers. That was.
I didn't give you anybody to interview, and you're just like, I can't make it.
That was something else. For those of us who weren't able to make it out to this, what was the biggest sort of takeaway for people who were lucky enough to be there?
I'm just going to start with the feedback for the event was like outstanding. Like it was so good. Like, I mean, a lot of people are really thankful that we brought something like this into Kelowna. So I think that's really good. The big speaker, the keynote speaker, Peter Diamandis, the founder of XPRIZE. So much knowledge there, and I think everybody was kind of talking about him. And
Peter Diamandis.
Peter Diamandis.
So I want to look him up now and see what he has to say about it.
I would say so, yeah. And he was so generous with his time, too, because he did about a 40-minute keynote, and then people lined up to ask questions, and he stayed about an hour and a half just to answer questions. And a lot of the questions are pretty deep, actually, so a lot of people got into like some really cool stuff, right? So,
what's his take on AI, if you can nutshell it?
What's his take? It's here and it's happening.
Well,
and you have the ability. Well, this is his big takeaway, I guess, is it's not AI versus humans. It's AI plus humans versus AI. So it's the people that learn to use AI that will be able to 10x themselves and become so valuable to themselves and to companies they work for.
Right. It's kind of like get on the train or you will be left in the station. Is that silly? But
I would say, like, if you want to be valuable to companies and even to yourself, if you're still out in the marketplace trying to earn a living and want to earn a living, AI could help you multiply your skill set and make you that much more efficient.
Use AI to become a better individual in whatever enterprise you're going into.
Yeah, again, I'll talk back. I did a really good interview with Lane Merrifield prior to the event, and one of the things that we talked about is before the tools were kind of our roadblock, even for yourself. Like, when you say, okay, go ahead, Kent, make a video, make this, and you don't know how to use Adobe, you don't know how to do this, and the computer's a challenge for you, right? Like,
oh, come on, it's not that bad.
But now with large language models and that, you can basically talk to that model and you'll learn how to do better prompts, and you can actually start creating things like software. Even on the golf course, I golfed with you on the weekend. And this guy is talking to the large language model and he's asking it questions, right? So it's changing the world.
It's not helping my golf game.
No, it's not much that's going to help that. But I rarely use Google. And I use the large language model. I use ChatGPT or Q, and I have full-on discussions as I let a robot drive me back and forth to work. A lot of people, Ian Burns flew in all the way from, he's our managing editor, he flew in all the way from Ottawa, was with us for the week. And I've talked to him about Tesla before, and he's like you, think, oh, you're just a fanboy of Tesla.
I didn't say that.
And anyway, so I took him, we went to Greenwood to look at took him for a drive to Greenwood, my hometown, where I grew up for high school anyway. And the car drove us there and back. And he's just astonished. Like, he cannot believe it that the car is doing the driving. Like, he's just like, I thought you were just like, like saying, you know what I mean, talking out of turn. But he was just blown away. And I've talked to him just today, and he said he's talking to his dad. He took his wife actually to a Tesla dealership. You know what I mean? Like, he's infected now, but he just couldn't believe where the technology is. And I think that's like that for most people. When they came to that conference, the stuff that Kane and Alicia showed on screen, people are just blown away. Like, we're already here.
Yeah. I had lunch today, and I wasn't sure what the caloric contents of my meal were, and I used I've now got my Chat GPT via voice now, and I'm just asking. I can keep eating, and I'm getting.
You can actually talk to it, right?
Yeah, and say, oh, I mean,
you and I did the interview with Chat GPT online here. Mm-hmm. You and I should interview Chat GPT together and see if we can argue.
Yeah, well, could straighten you out on a few things, but so. It was a big day, right?
Big day, big day. Long day, too, big day.
But it's a big change that we're going through right now.
Yeah, and that event was a big event. The last one we did in 2019, you remember that? It was one of the most talked about events that happened in Kelowna because of the two former prime ministers and that. And I really do want to shout out Alexa Anderson of our company that, like she's really good at putting this stuff together. I just want to make sure that she knows that she's appreciated. And also the Trinity Baptist Church has got to be one of the best venues in town for that kind of stuff. They've even upped their game from the last time that you were in there with that event.
Yeah.
They've all got like theater seating now and stuff like that, and their sound system is crazy good. Our opening video was so strong. And I told them to have creative freedom. The walls were vibrating, I think. They played it so loud, right? So
yeah.
It was so good. Lots of value. So we're gonna we have all the video. So once we get it all packaged and put together, we'll start sharing that out there too.
Right. So people can look for pieces of it, gems out of the event to unfold.
I think it's such an important thing as to what we're going through. And we did also thank you to a few companies that that stepped up, including our own company, Czech Creative, and Marlon Lazik from CIBC Mortgages for providing free tickets to students. We had a number of students from Rutland Secondary School and a number from Aberdeen that sent, like 25, 30 students each and that. So hopefully next time more high schools participate in that program too.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again. So AI Summit 2 will be happening. Whether it's a 1-day or 2-day event, that'll be as we work through it here, but we'll be holding more events. We're going to hold a weekly event, I think, too, in our offices, small events on AI, because again, it's such a big thing.
All right. Fantastic. I honestly wish I could have been there, Jim, but it sounds
well, you're going to get to see all the recordings anyway.
Yeah,
so
and I'll be doing that.
And again, he's using ChatGPT. It's funny to watch, but hey, I use it all the time too. Actually, yeah, it's part of my daily life now. So
that's good. All right, so thanks for that. I'll be looking forward to seeing bits and pieces of it through our site, and I'll be having a look at the recordings. Thanks, Jim, I mean, you were the guy. You did it. Way to go.
There you go. And
so thanks.
And thank you for watching KelownaNow. He forgot what he was doing. You walked away. We're still on.
We don't just report the news. We live here too. We're your neighbors, bringing you stories that matter to all of us. No government funding, no outside influence. KelownaNow, local, independent. News you can trust.